Hello, welcome to another vlog. I'm actually continuing this almost immediately after ending the last one, just because it was a funny day and I need to carry on filming this week. If you're new here, I'm Jess. I run a shop called Jess Effects, where I'm manufacturing silicone prosthetics and moulds from my home workshop for makeup artists in the film and TV industry. I'm a bit annoyed with myself this morning. If you watch my latest vlog, I shipped off my latest wholesale order to one of my stockists, a makeup shop called Tilt, and I heard back last night they'd unpacked it and there was one item missing, or three of this one item. So yeah, I'm annoyed that I've somehow managed to do that. I mean, it's just me, so these things can happen. And I think what will have happened this time is when I copied the list of products onto my whiteboard in the workshop, I just didn't write it down for some reason. I do remember screenshotting the email. Maybe I screenshotted at a funny point because it was several screenshots. Maybe I just clipped that one off or something, or I just totally didn't read it, didn't write it down. Anyway, so they're taking priority now. I'm going to get them made up today. Maybe one will have to be done tomorrow morning and then shipped tomorrow, so they've got them as soon as possible. But they're obviously really lovely and it's fine. But yeah, I can't help but feel bad and like I'm letting people down by making a mistake. Like, you're trying to be professional and then you don't ship them all of the products. Yeah, I better get on with my day. As I'm filming this, I'm about to go edit the last vlog, which you may have already seen from last week, just to be really confusing. So yes, I've just popped in to start this vlog. Today is an editing, admin, that kind of day. But if anything pops up, I shall show you. Otherwise, I will meet you back here tomorrow. Bye. I just took these through to the workshop and filled them all. I actually bought IPA recently, which is isopropyl alcohol. It's what we use to activate those paint palettes and for like cleaning and other bits and pieces. I bought 10 litres thinking I didn't have any, and when I went to put it away I found I already had about 4 litres, so now I've got enough to last me forever. But as you can see, these are all like covered in paint. It looks disgusting. It's not dirty as such, but it is the like paints I use that's obviously got on my fingers, and then I've picked it up. And then these two are my acetone bottles, so I'm going to give them all a clean now and put them away. Obviously I am not really working on other people these days, but I still don't want things to look disgusting. It's just good practice, isn't it? So we're going to give them a quick clean, just with some more IPA actually, on a tissue, and just try and wipe these off as best we can and then put them away. I'm just doing little bitty jobs at the moment while I wait for my first lot of silicone to cure. What's interesting, I don't know if you can see all these little bits. I thought they were bits of glue, but I think there's actually a fine coating all over this bottle, and this is it coming away. So there's no point me keep scrubbing at it, or I have to commit to taking it off, so I'll just get it as clean as possible. But yeah, I didn't know they were coated in anything, but I suppose that makes sense. I just thought they were metal bottles, but there must be a fine film, and this I've obviously had a lot longer. These are the labels I used to use before, so this is obviously a much older one. I mean, this one's atrocious. Maybe this one will be retired once I've used up this IPA. These are both actually acetone in kits when working on certain things, we often call it dissolver, just so, like, obviously we have to use acetone, but you might not want to advertise to your actor that there's acetone sitting in front of them. It can scare them. The way it's used, very minimal, ever touches the skin, and obviously we're very careful around it. Everyone's trained in using these chemicals, but yeah, you don't necessarily want to say what it is. Even like IPA, the bottle I have on my table might be one that says activator instead. So yes, but they have to be a specific type of plastic. So they have to be, I think it's either HDPE, which is like high density polyethylene, I think, or PP, which is polypropylene plastic, and that's because acetone dissolves plastics, so it has to be a special type of more firm plastic. I don't know what it is that makes it undissolvable. Yeah, we can't just stick it in any old plastic bottle or it will end up melting right through. Tuesday now. You've seen a few clips, those are bits and pieces from this morning. After filming my intro yesterday, I then went on to edit the whole video and upload it in the afternoon, and then did some of my VAT. And like I said, I had a mechanic over fixing my aircon, which is, we think, fixed, but he's not entirely sure why the problem happened, so it's going to be a bit of a test. Our guess is that Halford's screwed up, so we'll find out if this guy has actually sorted the problem. But yes, I didn't actually film any clips from yesterday. There wasn't really anything interesting to show you because I was sat on the sofa editing all day. But I'm thinking anyway, maybe I'll make this vlog just the rest of this week, and if it's a bit of a short one, that's fine, because the last one was super long again, was like 50 minutes or more, which I think is probably too long. I don't think people want to watch that much. And I didn't actually expect it to be that long. I thought I didn't have much filmed, which is why I continued, and turned out I'd had plenty. So there we go. Anyway, I continue with my wholesale Titanic order. I have a few regular orders to do that are on the go at the moment. I need to go back in a minute and do the next run. I've been doing a little bit of sorting bits out in the studio, as you have just seen, and I still need to go back to VAT, which doesn't help my filming, but I'd really like to get a video up on Patreon, which are the more sort of educational tutorial style videos. I haven't obviously been posting on there anymore since I started this. But yes, there is something that I've been meaning to film, so maybe I can start on some elements for that, because it requires showing a process, so I need to sculpt some things so that I can film the latter part of the process. So maybe I'll get to that today. Maybe I won't. Anyway, I don't know what we'll be filming today, but I'll continue for the next few days and see what we get. Oh hi, Thursday today. I've filmed nothing, but I have just submitted my VAT return. That's another 2.5 grand gone. But yeah, it is done. I am so relieved. As I'm kind of in that flow, I think I'm just going to carry on and do a bit more admin. It's 4:15 in the afternoon. And yeah, I have to keep record. I've mentioned this before. I have to keep record of every sale I make in spreadsheets, and for the ones in the UK, I have to also make invoices for all of them stuff. So it's quite a lot of work. So I probably have about a week of orders to catch up on that. So I'm going to get on with that now. Sorry, this is really shaky. I'm holding my camera up. Yeah, so hopefully tomorrow there'll be something a bit more interesting to share. So you get a bit of a vlog this week, but I will probably see you then. Good morning. I don't know if you can hear the banging. It's very annoying. It's Friday now. My neighbours are having a fence fixed or their gate fixed. By the same people who only just put the gate in a little while ago, they're having it fixed. They've been banging since 8 a.m. today and yesterday. It is really getting in my brain. But anyway, the gate is attached to this wall behind me, so hopefully it's not so loud you can't understand what I'm saying. Yeah, it's Friday. I don't have too many orders this week. It's been nice, allowed me to catch up on other things. So I will do what has come in and continue with the wholesale order. I'll show you the board quickly and then I'll go in the studio. Might get a chance to start some other things. But yeah, I'm planning to just bash the orders out as quick as possible so I can get to the post office as early as possible. And yeah, we'll see what I've got on the board. Yeah, there you go. Much quieter week. But these are the things I need to do. So that is not too bad. Hopefully I can get it all done in one run and do an early post office because I want to pick up some bits for dinner and then just carry on working until dog walk time. Also today, the final part of Squid Games came out, so I'm very excited to watch that tonight. But I better get on with things. Like I'm forever labelling things. So you've seen last week those jugs. Was it the week before? Whichever week, I filled them up with silicone and they were really good. So I bought 2 more, and this time they're going to have the other silicone that I use. these might be confusing. That's because, well, I just have a series of different size silicone storage. So they come in the big tubs. They're too heavy, obviously, to pour in small quantities, and I don't want to be lifting them up and down all day. So I decant them into the jugs, like these. They sit on the back of my silicone station just as like a storage of silicone that's slightly lighter than the other one, because I don't pour directly from them either. You've seen, like, I believe you've seen, I use like little plastic mixing cups, like, so they're either like half pint size for mixing up the silicone that's been pigmented that I pour directly into the molds. I also use pint glasses just to keep some A and some B of silicone. Silicone comes in two parts, you mix together, that's how it cures and becomes a solid. There's a third part that you need, but I won't go into that because I'm just confusing things. But anyway, I need to have accessible A and B silicone at all times. And currently I've been using, well, for ages, forever, I've been using, just keeping some in plastic pint glasses, like mixing disposable ones as well, so that when they get a bit gummy, they can throw them away. Yes, so these are going to replace them. So they're my immediate on the desk silicone storage that every time I'm mixing up a batch of silicone to pour then directly into a mold, I scoop some out or pour some out of these. When they're empty, I fill them from the jug. When the jug's empty, I fill it from the bucket. That might sound like absolute madness, but it's what works for me. So Sean, my boyfriend, he has been making ice cream recently, and he just was making some for his sister for her birthday. So he couldn't buy tubs in small quantities, so he bought these tubs. Like, I don't know if they're probably bigger than pint tubs, or they're probably litre tubs. But he had to get 10 or 20 or something like that, so I nabbed a couple because I think these are going to be perfect. They're a sturdier plastic, and they have these lids, which is handy because normally I have to either just put something over the top or like stretch a vinyl glove over the top or something just to cover so no dust and things gets in, but this way I can put the lid straight back on. If you're wondering why I label absolutely everything, they can be very easily contaminated by each other and other things, so I don't want to take both the lids off, pour silicones, and then put them on the wrong way in case a little drip gets in and it starts to slowly solidify. You know, like, you're meant to use equal parts, but obviously a little bit gets in one of the other ones, it will start to thicken up and could cure completely. May take a little time, but you don't want lumpy silicone, you want to keep them free from everything. So I think these ones with lids are going to be handy. We'll see, I might change my mind when they're covered in silicone and sticky and I can't get them back on. I have all the pieces filled. Another order has come in while I've been doing that for some Bondo molds. I've got a feeling I might have a pack already made. If not, I'll see if I can fit that in, but it'll go to Monday if not, because I've mentioned before, I can't guarantee things going out the same day. Obviously, I can't stop thinking about Squid Game. We're going to watch that tonight. I'm going to pop to Tesco on the way home from the post office and buy steak and snacks, and we're going to maybe watch the whole thing in one go again. That's what we did last time. We'll see how knackered we are, but otherwise we'll finish tomorrow night. I cannot wait to find out what happens. One thing I have to do soon, but I'm going to put it off till next week, is cut more foam board up. I really hate to do it. I have a box waiting from the last time I ordered. I think I ordered 3 boxes last time, so I only cut 2 up. But I don't know why I hate it so much, but it is boring. I think I'm going to cut out some moulds now. I've got some of the ones for the whole set order sat here, and some others just to go in stock. I'm going to do that and pop a little YouTube video on, and then hopefully my silicone will be cured and we can get on with it. If I have time after post office / Tesco's, I want to start some sculpts. I want to get a new Patreon video up. I've already mentioned this, and someone had requested moulding, flat moulding, how I do that, what I use. So I thought I would do a little tutorial style video on making flat molds, but I need some sculpts to actually mold. So I've been trying to think of some things that are small enough to demonstrate this moulding, but also things that I'm not just making for the sake of that video and then never using. Like it would be nice to combine it with something that will be a new product, but we shall see. Right, I need to stop talking. I'm just clearing out my car, but can we talk about Squid Game? We only watched the first 4 last night. Last time with part 1 or season 2 whatever that, I don't know what they've called it now, but we watched the whole thing straight away in one night. So we were going to do that again, but decided to be sensible and save 2 for tonight. And now we're getting ready to go to a barbecue. And I just can't stop thinking about Squid Game. I want to know what happens. So when we get home tonight, we can watch the next 2. Anyone else watched it yet? Did you enjoy it? It's like, just when you thought Squid Game couldn't get more hectic, they prove you wrong. It's wild. So yes, we're having a barbecue. Tomorrow is Sunday, and I'm going to try and edit the vlog, but I might see if I also have time to do a little bit of sculpting and put that in. If not, that will have to be in next week's vlog, because this week really got away with me. I'm sitting in my car baking because it's not on, just while I get some things out and we get ready to go. But so I might start dripping any minute. I'm going to leave. I'll see you later when I end this vlog, probably. Does anyone else use this stuff? Oh, is it going to be backwards? I don't know if that's going to be backwards on the screen. Anyone use that? It's really strange consistency. Like, it's kind of moussey. Looks like it should be thick, but then it's like gone. I don't know how to explain it. It's really strange. I really like it. I don't know if it's making a difference, but I obviously use a lot of acetone and things in my work and my hands. I've never had a problem with that actually my whole life, but I've noticed the last maybe year or so starting to get dry, especially around my fingertips. So yeah, I'm trying that, and I really enjoy using it because it feels like magic. It's like this weird paste that doesn't go sticky or slimy and then just suddenly disappears into your skin like nothing ever happened. Anyway, I came on here to end this video. It's Sunday now and I am gonna edit this. Apologies if it's very short. I don't know what footage I have. I fear I don't have very much, and most of it is me on camera telling you I don't have anything to film. But I do really need to start finding a way to fit in extra bits and pieces, because the year is going to suddenly run away and I won't have got all this stuff sorted that I need for later in the year. So I really do need to get to that sculpting that I keep banging on about. And I think for the Patreon video, I will just sculpt some things that don't necessarily have to be used again. We'll see. I need to, that's might be what I also do today, is do a little bit of reference image sorting and find the bits I want to do, and hopefully in the week I can fit that in. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this week. If you are watching this, if you're still watching this video, do give it a like, because apparently that helps other people find it through your algorithm. But yeah, it is blooming hot. I hope you are all okay in the heat, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.